Yeah, the trailer for, well, Spider-Man Noir. So that actually dropped a few days ago, and even some more, well, footage that was revealed for Spider-Man Brand New Day, which it did show Tombstone and or some other footage for Spider-Man Brand New Day as well. How he will have organic web shooters like Tobey Maguire, and yeah, he will have his web shooters gone and organic webbing instead. And yeah, that's something that is sort of changing with the new trilogy of Tom Holland for Spider Man. And yeah, that's a change. And what if this would actually like open up like when open a door to, well, Ned, Spider-Man's friend? Well, the question is, would everyone still forget who Spider-Man is? Or, well, I think so because, yeah, I really think so because, yeah, when Doctor Strange casted the spell a second time, and then everyone was started to forget who Spider-Man actually is, and like all the events of Avengers Endgame and Civil War and even Infinity War and every event that all the Avengers met Spider-Man in, leading up to now, up to Spider-Man Far From Home, Spider-Man Homecoming, and Spider-Man No Way Home, and all the events from then until now, everyone forgot would forget who Spider-Man is, and even seeing the Punisher in Spider-Man Brand New Day, well, that's gonna be awesome. And there is gonna be a Marvel one-shot series where it's like one of those series that, well, the Marvel one-shot series, but it would be one of those about the Punisher, and it was going to be like a special presentation, but it is going to be a Marvel one shot series instead. And also Daredevil Born Again season 2, that is also releasing in March. And yeah, that's releasing in March. Cannot wait for that. And where the story would continue in Daredevil Born Again season 2, and also Jessica Jones, and all the, well, almost all the Defenders from, well, the Marvel Netflix series, even from Luke Cage and Iron Fist. Oh my god, I hated that show, Iron Fist. It was not my favorite. And even Jessica Jones. Like all of the Defenders in the Marvel Netflix era of shows, well, when that was like switched over, when a lot of those were being ported over to Disney Plus. And I know that I might be like talking fast for a lot of you guys, but that's just how I talk sometimes. And I cannot believe that pretty much we're like in the middle of like February. It's kind of crazy how like how far like it just felt like just yesterday was my birthday, but not even close. And on a unrelated note, hope you guys have an awesome family day or have an awesome Monday tomorrow, which family day is tomorrow. And as well, yes, Spider-Man Brand New Day that is also in the summer releasing, and I hope Vision Quest is going to be very good because that is also still happening. And a series that I actually conjured up inside my head is a Nova series. It would actually take place before, well, like before the start of Avengers Infinity War. And yeah, it would take place before, well, Thanos would have attacked Xandar and or something like that. I don't know. But it was like an idea I had where, or maybe it would tell the story of Nova, how, like, maybe like an origin story or something where before he would get the helmet, that you would see Nova Thanos. There I said it. Cause I really do think that's the planet that Thanos did attack. I already did. And yeah, so for DC and all that, okay, enough with the spam. Yes, so for DC and a few shows that I actually gave a chance is the DC, I mean, the DC show Stargirl. And yeah, honestly, well, it does have one of the people, like one of the characters from DC Legends of Tomorrow, Vixen, and that's before they like do a crossover with the that team in Stargirl, and where it would be the Justice League Society and instead of the Justice League. And yeah, DC Legends of Tomorrow, I would have to say I it just seems somewhat not slow, but it's taken me long to get past season 2. And like I'm giving that show a chance, but I would have to be very invested in that show And I wish it could actually come to Netflix in Canada. But also another thing, if you guys remember a lot of Cartoon Network shows, well, from Prime Video and all that, there is going to be a new home for those shows. And the streaming service that the new home for those shows are going to be is Tubi TV. So that is going to be the new home for a lot of Cartoon Network shows, like the Batman, the Batman, not to be confused with Batman the Animated Series, but one of the Batman shows. And after all, I really think Tubi TV might actually start to actually cost from a streaming platform that was completely for free. Well, I guess that's how they would need to make money somehow after including some shows and all that. And there is, well, I actually, it's funny that you mentioned that. The original Teen Titans, the Teen Titans that I actually prefer instead of Teen Titans Go, the original Teen Titans, the first show of that, well, that is actually going to Tubi TV, and the deal between Warner Brothers and Discovery, between Paramount and Netflix, that is still up in the air. Or if you're referring to, well, or like, I know a lot of like different versions of Robin. There was the the Batman, the 1966 Batman show. Oh, I'm just having a hard time picturing that though. But yeah, there is a Fortnite live event today. So that is happening today. And yeah, a Fortnite live event will be happening in, I think, OG, or yeah, will be happening in OG, or yeah, there will be an event happening in Fortnite today, a live event. And to also round up another thing that I did talk about in my Fortnite chat podcast. So basically, I'm recapping a lot of things that I sort of got up to in my podcasts for this weekend. So if it's kind of a bit of all over the place, I apologize. And yeah, so the new CEO for Disney that will replace Bob Iger, well, his plans are to actually bring movie premieres to Fortnite. So you would be able to get to experience movie premieres in Fortnite. So something similar to the Star Wars show that was premiered in Fortnite. Like, yeah, something similar to that. And it was actually very cool to see it. And I did see that Star Wars show that was shown last year. Well, that was shown last year on May the 4th, which is always my favorite day because Star Wars Day, and I always tend to do a lot of Star Wars themed things. And funny that I still have my. Yes, I do lift weights sometimes, but well, I do. And I do play baseball in the spring and summer. So that's something I do is play baseball and just okay, that's these comments aren't needed. And yeah, if I would have to say this Minecraft drop, well, I know probably a lot of you don't really that think Minecraft is dead or it's just a game that helps me cope with my mental health and yeah, it's a game that helps me cope with my mental health. And I do enjoy farming in Minecraft. And my retirement dream is to actually own a farm, but probably by 2050 or 2051. Probably by then, like farming would be like all automated. So I might need to be more realistic because probably by then, 2051 or 2050, farming might be all automated, but really, I don't see that happening. But really, let's be more realistic, and I think that might end up happening, or I don't know. But yeah, I did do a TikTok live stream earlier, and so I might include some more videos throughout the day today. And yeah, my subscription for Adobe Premiere Pro is being put on hold. Well, I put it on hold until the summer because then I could edit a lot of my photography and make it into like movies like I have been for the longest time. And yeah, so I originally had two YouTube Premium accounts because I do use YouTube Premium. And it is very useful because, well, since it does give me access to YouTube Music, and yeah, YouTube Music actually replaced, well, yeah, YouTube Music was the predecessor to Google Play Music, and the Samsung Music. I had so many songs on there. It was almost like a portable MP3 player. Like, I had many songs that were on there, and it was like a treasure trove of old music, like music from the 2010s and even music like in 2015, 2016, 2017, well, from 2014 to 2019, all those years, I have every music, well, all music from now until the early 2010s. So, yeah, all music is my favorite. And, but yeah, bye bye.